Republican House members grill university heads on campus anti-Semitism. In a series of Capitol Hill hearings focused on the alleged surge of campus anti-Semitism, members of a Republican-led congressional committee have confronted university heads about their handling of pro-Palestinian protests. Northwestern University president draws Republican ire. Michael Schill, president of Northwestern University, faced intense criticism from Republicans on the House of Representatives Education and Workforce Committee over his decision to negotiate an end to a tented protest community rather than call in police. Schill, who is a Jewish descendant of Holocaust survivors, defended his approach, stating that he believed it was the best way to de-escalate the situation and protect Jewish students from potential harm. However, Republican members, including Elise Stefanik of New York and Jim Banks of Indiana, questioned Schill's compromise with protesters, suggesting that it had tolerated anti-Semitism. They held up placards criticizing Northwestern's handling of the issue, with Stefanik displaying an F grade from the Anti-Defamation League. Rutgers and UCLA presidents also questioned. Jonathan Holloway, president of Rutgers University, and Gene Block, chancellor of the University of California, Los Angeles, were also present at the hearing. They faced similar criticism for their perceived soft approach towards protesters. Holloway and Block argued that they had prioritized dialogue and peaceful resolution, but acknowledged that their universities had been unprepared for the sudden emergence of the encampments. Democratic members questioned Republican motives. Several Democratic members of the committee challenged the hearing's premise, accusing Republicans of selective outrage and hypocrisy. They highlighted instances where anti-Semitic rhetoric had been used by members of the Republican Party, including former President Donald Trump. Bobby Scott, the committee's ranking Democrat, defended the First Amendment's protection of both popular and disagreeable speech, arguing that Republicans were attempting to conflate hate speech with legitimate political protest. Committee majority condemns encampments. Despite the differing perspectives, the Republican majority on the committee unanimously condemned the presence of anti-Semitic encampments on university campuses. Committee Chair Virginia Foxx of North Carolina set a confrontational tone, quoting Ernest Hemingway's novel, The Sun Also Rises, to illustrate the gradual and insidious nature of anti-Semitism's rise. Foxx accused university administrators of allowing a campus culture of radicalism to fester, leading to a disregard for the safety and well-being of Jewish students. She demanded accountability from the university heads present. University heads admit to surprises. In response to questions from Representative Brandon Williams of New York, all three university heads admitted that they had been taken by surprise by the encampment's appearance and did not know who was behind them. Williams called this an astonishing admission. Republican hypocrisy highlighted. Suzanne Bonamici of Oregon denounced the Republican selective outrage, pointing to recent anti-Semitic rhetoric used by former President Trump. She questioned the sincerity of their commitment to combating anti-Semitism, given their silence when it came from within their own ranks. Previous hearings and actions. The hearing on Thursday was the third in a series of hearings held by the committee on the issue of campus anti-Semitism. An initial hearing in December resulted in the resignations of two university presidents, Elizabeth McGill of the University of Pennsylvania and Claudine Gay of Harvard. A second hearing focused on developments at Columbia University, where the president, Minouche Shafik, removed an encampment after violent attacks by pro-Israeli counter-protesters.